Venturepark Labs, a place to create, learn, and experiment, where potential ideas, products, brands are put under the microscope, analyzed and dissected, reassembled and perfected with one question in mind. How can it be better? How can it make our lives better? Make our world better? Venturepark Labs is a place to keep pushing the potential of products and the people behind them. At Venturepark Labs, products are made in our incubator kitchen, scaled in our national 5-month Accelerator program, nurtured by a dragon, supported by one of Canada's largest retail partners, and then go on to claim shelves, kick ass, and raise capital alongside 100 companies and entrepreneurs. How is Venturepark Labs able to make such an impact? It's part of something bigger. Venturepark, a business growth ecosystem. Capital, creative, media platform, strategy, mentorship, all working together. Building business, scaling business, reinventing business. A park to change the businesses that change the future. Got an idea, an ingredient, a product, a vision? We're here to push its potential. Apply to Venturepark Labs today.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Demo Day. I'm your host, Cheryl Hickey. Today, we are coming together from across the country to support the inspiring entrepreneurs in Cohort 12 of the Venturepark Labs Accelerator program. Now, over the past 5 months, they have been preparing their businesses for the next level of growth, and all of us here are to help them on their journey. Now, before we hear from our first presenting entrepreneur, I want to bring in the entrepreneur that really started it all, the founder of Venturepark Ecosystem, Arlene Dickinson. Hey, Arlene. She's here. I know she's here. I can feel her presence. Arlene?
I'm here. I am here. Hold on. You know, it's a brand new system. I'm here. I'm sorry. I apologize. We're using a brand new platform, so apologies. Sometimes I'm just a bit of a tech nerd, but that's why I'm in the food and health space and not in technology, because I'm really good at food. Anyway, thanks to everybody who's joined. Cheryl, thank you so much for hosting. We're really excited about this event. Cohort 12, so hard to believe this is a 12th cohort. We've had 100 companies graduate from this program. Last year, those companies did $160 million in revenue in Canada, and they're in 30,000 accounts across North America. I mean, it's just so amazing what's happened here, and the park and everyone's participating. So I just want to wish everybody who is going to be pitching today the best of luck. I hope you get listings. I hope you get orders. I hope you get money. I hope you get everything that you dreamed of, because you deserve it. So over to you, Cheryl.
But I want to know, how does this make you feel, Arlene? Like, this is amazing. I know the business part, but I also know you put your heart and your soul and a lot of your feelings into this. How does it feel to be here today with this?
I'm just really proud. I'm really, I don't know. It's really mind blowing that these companies have done so much in Canada. Actually makes me emotional. Cheryl, you know I cry easily. So, so don't ask me questions like that, but I'm really thrilled. I'm thrilled for the companies. So.
But see, that's what makes you different, Arlene, is this is not just business, it's personal. You know, the hard blood, sweat, and tears that go into being an entrepreneur and putting yourself out there. And that's what today's all about. And they're lucky to have you. I know that.
Oh, thanks.
Knows that. All right. Now to explain and to get Arlene a tissue, the intention behind Demo Day, please welcome the Vice President of Venturepark Labs, Mike McNeil. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Cheryl. Arlene, I'll send you some tissue. That was really nice. The objective of Demo Day, I think, has evolved over the years, and we've done this a few times now, but it's really become an impactful event throughout the pandemic. Mm-hmm. As you can imagine, it's so hard to start a brand over the last 2 years. To have access to in-store sampling, live events is so critical for these brands. Yeah. So we've really tried to leverage Demo Day to create a community and a platform to start these new brands. So here's how it's going to work today. The entrepreneurs from Cohort 12 are going to have 3 minutes to present to panelists of experts from across the industry in Canada. We're live streaming this event on our social media platforms. And those at home are going to have the opportunity to win some prizes and answer some Demo Day trivia along the way. So stick around and watch the end, because it's to your benefit to do that.
Yeah.
I have the pleasure, Cheryl, to kick this off. So if you don't mind, I'd like to introduce our first speaker today. A really great entrepreneur. I'm going to be eating their product for dinner tonight. I'd love to welcome to the virtual stage Andrew Zook from Plantworthy Foods.
Andrew is here.
Great to see you, Andrew. Go get him.
We're good? Okay, thank you, everyone. So, hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Zook, the founder of Plantworthy Food based in London, Ontario. We make a powdered plant-based cheese similar to the orange cheese powder most kids grew up with, but ours is made primarily out of cashews. I met my now wife back in 2017 when she was celiac and plant-based. My diet at the time was polar opposite of hers. I decided I'd be the cook between the two of us, but not wanting to make two different meals every night. I learned plant-based recipes while also posting those recipes online. I found you can make deliciously creamy cashew sauces. However, the feedback I received over and over was people didn't have the time to make them or the expensive high-speed blender. So in 2020, I developed our plant-based cheese line of powdered sauces. So we have our cheese variety pack that has our original smoky cheddar, chipotle, and pesto, as well as our bulk bags of each. Our products are all shelf stable, with our ingredients being plant-based, gluten-free, soy-free, organic, and non-GMO. Our original flavor only contains 5 simple ingredients that are all natural and ingredients you can actually pronounce. With our cheese, there's 3 ways to mix it up. Depending how much plant-based milk you mix in with our powdered cheese, it can be creamy, saucy, or melty, to be used in dishes like mac and cheese, cheesy dips, or in grilled cheese. To see hundreds of these cheesy creations, check out our Instagram at Plantworthy Food to see the cheesy dishes created by our customers. So our target market is a consumer who's looking to fit more plant-based meals into their weekly cooking without sacrificing those deliciously creamy dishes. We're first to market with a standalone powdered plant-based cheese in Canada, with our main competition being the vegan mac and cheese space. However, given our product market fit, we're not a direct competitor to this space, but rather we're looking to expand the plant-based category. The majority of plant-based cheeses on the market today aren't actually healthy because they're added with added preservatives, fillers, and oils. By us putting cashews first in our ingredient deck, we've developed our products to be deliciously creamy while also healthy. We started with distribution in May 2021 and are now in over 60 retailers, selling just shy of 10,000 pieces last year. Next month, we'll be hitting store shelves at all the Whole Foods across Canada with Sobeys local Ontario program and some other significant accounts in the works. I'd attribute our success so far to the relationships we built along the way. I'm always asking and open feedback to strengthen our product and brand. This enabled us to make minor tweaks as we've grown to have our products tailored to our consumers' current needs. Going forward, we'll continue to foster our strong relationships with our consumers, retailers, and distribution partners to meet our goals of Plantworthy Food becoming a plant-based pantry staple. Thank you everyone for your time today. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have, and I'd love to connect offline following demo day. I'll take this as you want me to keep talking or...
Andrew, you're amazing. I'm clearly the one who... I let you down, Andrew. So give me a second here. We've got some technical things. Listen, you did a fantastic job. This is actually what I'm making my family tonight because I have a demo of it here today. And I'm going to be making it for everyone. So I think we're going to hand it over until I get my script back here. We're going to hand it over to Serena, who's going to be having you meet with the panelists. And then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to hand it over to you until we figure this out for a quick second. See?
Yeah, sounds good.
Never dull. Never dull.
Hi, Andrew. Very well done. All I can say is calling all cheese lovers that can't eat cheese. Andrew, I've had the pleasure to be your mentor over the last few months, and you're unstoppable, and I know you'll succeed. But you fill a hole in the plant-based space, and, you know, entirely clean. And the other thing is 1 gram of sugar per serving. That's pretty incredible. So well done. You really want to slather it on.
Thank you.
Arlene?
Yes, I am here. I don't know if my video is showing or not, but if it's not, can you hear me okay? Perfect.
You're
Yes,
good. I
can
can
hear
see
you
it. Yep.
perfectly.
I want as soon as I got this, I tried it, Andrew, because I'm trying really hard to think about my diet and cholesterol issues, and so it was all about I got to watch all those things, and I tried this and it's absolutely fantastic. So the question I have for you is, how are you going to let people know how to use it? Because there's so many uses that you could put it on nachos, you can put it in sauces, you can put it in you can make macaroni and cheese. But how are you going to create recipes, or how will you make sure that people are using it properly?
For sure. So there's a few different ways we do it. First, if you start at social media, we have our own Plantworthy branded recipes that we post. We've got over 15 on our website to show people the different uses for it. We've also created a brand ambassador program of people who are using the product. So we organically reached out to them, got them in the program, and they're sharing their cheesy creations. And then lastly, the biggest thing I've heard from some of the great founders on our calls is we have a very significant sample program we're running. We get thousands of samples out there through our distribution channels that have QR codes on them to the recipes to really get them to trial the product. And then we can get that feedback from them.
That's great.
Thanks.
Gary? I don't know
Great
why
job,
I'm
Andrew.
guy's story.
Great job, Andrew. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, great job presenting today. It's been great connecting with you over the last couple of months through the program. I know during your presentation you talked about when you met your wife, you were the complete polar opposite. You were not the consumer of this product. Now you're creating this product. Why, I guess, what's kept you into this, and what got you to this stage for that?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, what kept me, everyone has their different reasons why they do it, especially with vegan and, if it's for the environment or ethics. But for me, I've been working out for over 15 years, and I pretty much convinced myself that I couldn't lose that like lower ab fat. And ever since I cut out the dairy, it's unbelievable how well it works. But what you need a product that you don't feel like you're cutting out the dairy, that you're not giving up those deliciously creamy dishes. And I was able to do that because we had a high-speed blender. But some people are not able to afford that blender. We got it for a wedding present. So with building this product, now that creamy sauce is accessible to people. And that's really what drives me to creating this.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary and Arlene. Cheryl, back to you. Did everybody hear that? There she is.
Yep.
This is going to be a thing. I'm just telling you, we're having some things because every time I disappear, the scripts disappear. But what I will say is, Andrew, this is just fantastic. I mean, I think you had me at, filling something out of necessity. And that's when all great things happen, right? It's out of necessity. So congratulations to you and thanks to everyone. All right, let's heat things up with our next entrepreneur. Please welcome the founders of Firecracker Pepper Sauce, Michael and Carmen McCracken. I like saying Firecracker Pepper Sauce. That's just great. So we'll let them take it away.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. So my name is Mike McCracken, and this is my wife, Carmen, and we are Firecracker Pepper Sauce. So we craft authentic Trinidadian pepper sauce. It's all natural, vegan, gluten-free, and everything's made without any preservatives, additives, or processed ingredients.
So good to be here, everyone. So I'll tell you a little bit more about how our company started. So we got married a few years ago, and we had an intercultural wedding. So this is us at the back. This is Mike in a sherwani, which is a Indian suit, me in a lenga. I'm Indo-Trinidadian, he's Canadian. So we incorporated aspects of both of our cultures at this wedding. We made jars of Trini-style pepper sauce from a family recipe, gave them away to our guests. And after the wedding, so many people came back and said, hey, this is a really interesting hot sauce. It's so versatile. It's so rich. It's so thick. My ancestors came from India about 150 years ago, and they've been crafting pepper sauces since. But these recipes are rarely documented and they're not mass produced. So Mike and I are trying to change that.
So hot sauce is a growing grocery category right now, and the global hot sauce market is projected to grow from 2.7 billion in 2021 to 4.4 billion by 2028. So there's an increased consumer demand for spicy food, interesting flavor profiles, and clean ingredients, and we meet all those needs.
So we know it's a trending category, but we're not trying to reinvent the wheel in this category. Rather, what we're trying to do is bring to market a tried, tested, and true product that's a staple part of Trinidadian cuisine. And despite this rich history in crafting pepper sauces, there are virtually no other companies out there producing Trini-style hot sauces, and certainly none that use the types of ingredients we use.
So our goal as a company is to create as authentic a product as possible while using premium ingredients. So we make the same hot sauce using the same recipe and processes that would be used in any small Trinidadian kitchen, except we produce it commercially up here in Toronto, Canada. So we have 4 different SKUs ranging from mild to extra hot. And for these, we've won a total of 5 different awards throughout hot sauce competitions across North America in the past year and a half. We offer our sauces both in the traditional 5-ounce hot sauce bottle as well as our premium flasks.
And you can find us across Ontario in over 200 stores, including Metro, Loblaws, Value Mart, your independents there. So we're going to be expanding to Sobeys soon, which we're really excited about. And we're currently a finalist at this year's Ontario Made Awards in the manufacturer category. We just moved into the Venturepark Labs kitchen, so we're excited about that.
And right now we're working on controlling our supply chain by starting our own pepper farm in Moruga, Trinidad, run by Carmen's family. So this will also help provide much needed jobs for the local economy there. So our plan for the future is to continue to scale our production and our sales so we can move from being an Ontario company to a national company. Thank you for joining us, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Thanks so much.
Amazing job. That was fantastic, you guys. And I absolutely love your packaging. It's so good. It's so beautiful. All right, let's bring on the panelists. Leading the discussion will be Serene, joining with Arlene, Corey Scott, Director of Grocery Merchandising at Thrifty Foods. Welcome, Corey. Okay, Serene, what do you think about the Firecracker pepper sauce, aside from like having fun saying the name?
Guys, you know, I'm obsessed with this sauce. You know, it's an intersection, right, between Canadiana and Trinidad. And what I'm going to get emotional now. It's a bottle full of love, actually, and it really, really comes through. Not to mention, so fresh. So congratulations. Pass it over to Arlene.
Oh, you know, like, listen, a couple things you said in your pitch that really resonated with me. First of all, great job. You guys did a really great job of that pitch.
Thank you.
But I love that you've thought about the supply chain side of this, that you actually are thinking about, you know, like your family farm and making sure that you can have supply, but also doing, you know, good to keep people employed and generate that. And then that you're thinking about, you know, how do you actually win awards to give yourself some credibility in the marketplace? Because there's a lot of hot sauces out there. Yeah. So that's really what I want to say, like, is how are you going to make sure you can differentiate your hot sauce compared to others through your awards or how?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of hot sauces are just marketing themselves as really hot, able to provide a lot of raw heat. While the Trini pepper sauce is like, it's not just a hot sauce, it's like a household staple in Trinidad.
Yeah.
And they put it on all their foods. It's more like a whole new type of condiment that they have.
Yeah, so there's salt, pepper, and pepper sauce for every Trinidadian table. So that is how we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you can just add it to just about anything, any food. So eggs in the morning, pizza, pasta, steaks, chicken, you know, curries, literally anything. That's how Trinidadians eat. And so there's often that missing element to hot sauce where it's like something for particular food, but that's not how we envision hot sauce. That's not how we eat in the Caribbean. And so this is what we're trying to bring to Canada, where we can introduce this condiment that is a household staple and that is a staple for all foods that can be eaten on all foods.
And one unique thing, when I went to Trinidad, I was surprised they had a mango salad that they mixed in with hot sauce. Yeah. So they put hot sauce in even their fruits, everything.
We do that.
And so a nice thing about it is it's got a lot of like garlic, lime, The
Yeah.
peppers have a lot of flavor. This herb, shadow benny, which grows in Trinidad.
Yeah.
But all in all, those are all kind of neutral ingredients, so it doesn't overwhelm the flavor of any dish. Like you can add garlic or citrus to any dish, and it makes it just better without changing the dish. So it's a very versatile sauce.
It's great. And honestly, thanks for sending me the 5 chili pepper version of it. So I've got the hottest one.
Sorry, Arlene.
That's okay. My family loves hot sauces, so they'll be fighting over this because for those of you who are watching, the number 1 ingredient in this is Scotch bonnet peppers. If you know anything about hot peppers, that's hot. So it's exciting.
And it's got some scorpion in it as well too. The Moruga scorpion, which is my hometown, and that one is a lingering heat, so it'll kind of creep up on you. You won't think it's there, and then you'll be, chasing for the water, but it's so delicious and so flavorful.
Hey, dragons are used to having fire in our mouths, so that's
Thanks, Arlene. Corey?
Yeah, thanks, team, for sharing your story and obviously the passion that comes with the product here. I actually don't really have a question. I think I just have maybe some advice or a comment. I love this package. Absolutely amazing. It stood out. It definitely stands out. My only comment is in the grocery aisles, every inch counts. So I think you might find yourself better to focus in on that smaller 160 mil, as I could get 2 of these on the shelf, but I could probably get 3 of those other ones. So I really enjoyed this package. I think this could be a great little Christmas gifting package if you put the 3 sauces together and could find something to do with that at Christmas. But definitely, I think you might find a better opportunity to focus in on that 160 mil. But amazing product. And I have to say, I love the Bazooty here, and especially what it stood for, Trini slang, meaning dazed, confused, and translate. That needs to be incorporated somewhere on this package because it was super cool.
Bazodi. That's how
Bazodi. There we go.
Awesome.
Amazing, though. Thank you for presenting it. And again, love the passion.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, some retailers have asked us for this for the reason you mentioned, the size. And some retailers like the flask, and they've insisted that we sell the flask. And the flask is actually a bit thinner than the round one, so you can fit almost as many in the same space in a shelf as 2 rows of this.
He said the flask was a beautiful package, but present both for sure. Happy, can't wait to see them on our shelf. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Corey.
So valuable. You got advice from the top retailer in Canada.
Yeah.
So I'd listen if I were you. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Arlene. Back to you, Cheryl.
That's fantastic. And that's what this is all about, right? Great advice, great feedback, and congratulations to you too. That was just so fantastic. Now, Arlene and I, if she here, where'd she go? Arlene, we're going to bring in someone very special to the community. Please welcome the Vice President of Merchandising for, here she comes, Thrifty Foods, Community and Field for Sobeys, Jana Sobey. Jana's going to be here in a second. Right?
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Oh, you're here. Well, this is good. Oh, here's comes Jana.
There she is.
Drum roll,
Hi,
please.
everybody.
There we go. So Venturepark Labs and Sobeys have worked really closely together for 2 years now. What does this partnership mean to you, Jana?
Yeah, such a great question. And first, a big hello to all the entrepreneurs. A really exciting day. Super excited to be here to watch the pitches. To answer your question, this partnership has been really meaningful to us at Sobeys. It's actually proven to be a really neat and valuable pipeline of innovation for us. And so far, our partnership with the program has helped 36 entrepreneurs, with 20 of them launching into our Sobeys Inc. banners. All of them racing, all of them scaling with all their ambition towards having this national distribution and really working so hard to become one of Canada's next great brands. And today, we're actually also thrilled to share that we've extended our title partnership of Venturepark Labs for another 2 years. So our partnership just doesn't continue. I believe it's going to strengthen, and together, I think we can support even more outstanding Canadian entrepreneurs to grow and scale. So
Jana, this is such good news, but we want to see your face. Like, this is the best news ever, and your camera's off. And
there she is. There she is.
Didn't even realize. So sorry.
We could feel your energy, right, Arlene? Like, this is the best.
It's so amazing. And Jana, thank you. I mean, on behalf of the entrepreneurs that Sobeys has supported over the last several years as a lead sponsor of the Accelerator program, I will say that what Sobeys has done, it's one thing to invest capital and support financially, but Sobeys, invests emotionally and literally. You guys spend so much time and energy with our entrepreneurs. You actually help them get listings. You actually help them get on shelf. You do what you can to support it. It's just such a meaningful partnership to the food and beverage and health and personal care space in Canada. And so we are really appreciative of the support. And I am a big fan of Dana. So Dana's just a great human, and Sobeys is just been a wonderful partner. So thank you for the support again this year.
Oh, such a pleasure, Arlene. Really is a gift to be working with you guys, and excited that we continue to work together.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Jana. Thank you, Arlene, and the entire Sobeys and Venturepark team on extending this fantastic partnership. So how about we hear for some more from Cohort 12? Up next, we have a brand that is bringing the new flavor of home cooking with its quick and easy, which I need easy pantry shortcuts. Please welcome the co-founder of Zing, Janine Rain.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl. My name is Janine, and I'm the co-founder and the CEO at Zing. We created Zing because we were among the majority of Canadians that spend the better part of 1 hour preparing a single weeknight dinner. That is a lot of hours over the course of a week. Time that most of us just don't have for meals that often have us wishing that we'd order takeout instead. Just like many of you, my co-founders and I are obsessed with concepts like MasterChef. So we figured that there had to be a better way to help ourselves and other home cooks prepare healthy, delicious meals from scratch, quickly, easily, and without the need for special skills, equipment, or the mental load that comes with planning and prep. We created a line of Canadian chef-crafted, globally inspired condiments and seasoning salts that do the heavy lifting so that cooks of any skill level can get a meal from your fridge to your table in as little as 15 minutes. Let me explain. Are you tired of eating that same salmon or chicken recipe week in and week out, but you're doing it anyway because it's tried and tested? Next time, you can just add a Zing seasoning salt like Smoky, which is inspired by my Indo-Persian grandmother's blend of over 20 spices. And if you want, don't add anything else. Cook it like you normally would. It's the same recipe, just a world of difference. I'm also willing to bet that most of us on this call have a bag of sad-looking veggies sitting somewhere in the fridge that you're kind of probably avoiding eye contact with. Next time, all you need to do is throw them in a pan, stir-fry them up, and add a couple spoonfuls of Hakka-ish, which is inspired by Indo-Chinese and Sichuan flavors and has been called the next sriracha. Autopilot has never tasted this good. All of our products are shelf-stable. They're made with real ingredients that you can pronounce, and for the most part, they're vegan and gluten-free. We create all of our products in partnership with well-known and well-loved local chefs, restaurants, and food influencers because we want to celebrate and grow with our local culinary heroes. And it's happening. We started Zing with just a couple $1,000 in October 2020, and we blew past six-figure revenue comfortably within our first year. We have industry competitive return customer rates online, high velocity at our roster of over 50 independent retailers, and we're growing at an organic pace of 8 to 10 retailers a month and expected to grow even faster as we invest further in sales. We recently ran a holiday pilot with a major retailer and are already in conversations with Sobeys. And we basically reached a point where we're selling jars faster than we can make them to Canadians of all stripes and backgrounds. Zing was also voted by consumers as one of the best global brands of 2021 by Think Testing. Our story has been featured in virtually every mainstream media outlet in the country, whether that's the Globe and Mail, the National Post, CBC, you name it. 2022 is going to be a flavor party. We've got a lot of really cool collaborations coming up this year, and they're going to help us really break some new ground. We are so excited to double down on e-commerce, and retail is our next frontier. We're focusing to start with a 100-kilometer radius around Toronto and then growing our home base from there. If you'd like to join us on our journey to introduce exciting flavors to Canadians while helping them save their time, their money, and their energy in the kitchen, please reach out. We would love to chat. Thank you.
I'd like to help because the moment I open this and I have a smell, my mouth waters. Like, this is fantastic.
Thank you, Cheryl.
It's so great. All right. Joining Serene and Arlene for the discussion is someone that knows food very well. You've seen her debuting on the Food Network this past month with Mary Makes It Easy, and you've watched her recipes as she tops the bestsellers list. She's a Canadian master chef, and we are grateful for her service as board member for Venturepark Labs. Please welcome Mary Berg. But first, Serene, take it away.
Thanks, Cheryl. You know what? These are amazing. I actually don't have any of the product because I've eaten it all. It's so delicious. And I didn't know what a pantry shortcut was. And then I opened the jars and they were gone. So delicious. I will hand it over to Arlene.
Oh, Janine, I love the product as well. It's just so great. And Cheryl said it, like when you open it up, it's just, you can smell the spice and just all of it. You just want to pour it on everything. So well done. And what a great pitch. You did such a good job. And I love that you're kind of creating almost a new category here. You're doing something that other people haven't done before, which I really like. In a world where we're all rushed for things and we're looking for, somebody to make our meals for us, this is a way to kind of bring back flavor to, to dinner and lunch or breakfast or on eggs or whatever you want to put it on. So question for you, just because it's new, where on the shelf do you think people will be able to find it? Where would you have this for sale?
Thank you, Arlene. That's a great question, and one that we think about a lot because we've had the luxury of starting e-commerce and really controlling a lot of that journey. So when we start to think about the retail, we think that the conventional location for the salts and the sauces and the condiments would work well, and we would just have to adapt the packaging to sort of stand out on the shelf and help people understand. However, what we have seen from our short pilot with independent retailers is that we do really, really well with butcher shops. We do really, really well in bakeries. We also have an interesting and exciting partnership coming in the produce space. So if we have retailers that are willing and excited to sort of work with us to put this in unconventional locations, we think that these products would pair really well, say, in any one of these sections, because at the end of the day, we just really want people to be excited and inspired and go back into that kitchen and try something new. And we think that, we're out of the box, so that might be a good way to try.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
Perfect. Mary, pass it over to you.
Yes, Janine, I was so excited to get this. I got the Haka-ish, and it was so good. Your website looks amazing. The caliber of the photography that you're doing and the recipes is really, really exciting and really, really great. I also loved when you said that it's basically kind of globally inspired, because right now, we're not really able to travel, and the way that we can travel is through our food, and with your products you can kind of help people do that. I think it's really smart that you have, we were actually talking about this before we even started, that kind of hot honey, that buzz honey. I think that's a great kind of lead in to your brand as well, because that's such a trendy, delicious, easy sell right now. But it leads into all those other things. I don't really think there's many flavored kind of condiment oils on the mass market right now. And I think that's a really kind of underutilized space, which I think you're filling, which is absolutely perfect. When you spoke about sad veggies, let's be honest, I have sad veggies right now, and I'm very excited to fix them up with this delicious Haka-ish sauce. I do have at one point, I love the packaging. I love all the colors you've done. I love the fact that you've used things that maybe I wouldn't necessarily have thought peach and red together, but it really stands out and it's really bright. Mm-hmm. One kind of note I do have is, if someone like my mom, who's not much of a cook, were to see this, she would see kind of the spicy kind of chilies in there and think right off the bat, that's too spicy for me. But then when you turn it around and you see it's a medium, it's one chili, I might suggest moving that more towards the front for someone who's a little spice curious, but not fully ready to commit to something really, really spicy. Because when I ate it, I had this last night on some noodles and it brought so much life, but it wasn't spicy. It was smoky. It was really savory. It brought a lot of flavor without knocking my socks off in any way, any sort of spicy way. So that's kind of a piece that you might want to consider if you're doing any sort of kind of rejig of the actual branding on the bottles.
That's amazing feedback, Mary, and we'll definitely keep that in mind. We've, again, had the luxury of being able to really control that experience with online and being able to educate that customer at the point of purchase and then with email journeys and so on after. But I think it's something that we should certainly revisit for, in-store retail, because we don't want people to turn away because they think it's too hot, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to add that flavor bomb. And you're right.
that's the key. To me, it's all about flavor. And I think that's the piece that you can kind of add, as opposed to just being about knock your socks off spice. It's about a whole rounded flavor. And again, I loved your online presence. I love the fact that you have those gift packs. The naming of everything is really fun and cheeky. It's how to translate that kind of ownership and that really exciting nature into the stores and onto the shelves where you don't have the direct access.
Absolutely. And we've noticed that a lot of the companies that are in this general space do start with online and then take that 1 to 3 year timeline to transition into retail. And we're actually a little ahead of schedule. So I think it's time for us to get serious and put our heads down and really work on getting that packaging up to snuff and make sure that we can get this in as many hands as we can.
Amazing. Don't change it much. It's great. I'm really excited to try the burrata, but fantastic. Thank you, Janine.
Thank you, Mary.
There you go. Wise words from a chef and a dragon. Like, what's better? Cheryl, back to you.
Mary, and we're back. There we go. I was just saying, can we all get t-shirts that say I'm spice curious? Because I think, Mary, that's amazing. That's a great way of putting it. And it's fantastic. So congratulations on your presentation, Janine. That was fantastic. So if you're looking to elevate your favorite homemade pasta dish, then you won't want to miss this next entrepreneur. Here to share the story behind Louise Prete Food is Michael Malo. Hi, Michael.
Hang on.
It's okay, Michael. We get it. I same thing. You have a beautiful cover there. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I feel like we know each other. I've seen you on TV so often.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like we know each other now too. This is great. So tell us what you've got. Tell us all about your pasta.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Michael Malo, and I'm the founder and CEO of Louise Prete Food. Louise Prete was my grandmother and my inspiration. And my product is my family's homemade tomato basil pasta sauce. We make the sauce just like my grandmother taught me, a beautiful imported vine-ripened Italian tomato, fresh garlic, fresh onions, fresh basil. There's no dried spices. On production day, I'm on the floor at the food terminal. I choose all the fresh ingredients myself. And we created 4 delicious flavors, the flavors essential to Italian cooking. The first is our basilico, which is tomato basil. It's a fan favorite and our #1 seller. Next is our peperoncino, which is our spicy one. It's got just enough kick to it. After that comes puttanesca, which is olives and capers, traditional Italian flavors. And finally is our sofrito, which is fire roasted red peppers and roasted garlic. And it's got a really rich flavor and it goes great on pizza. And growing up, my Nona would say, there's always room for another seat at the table. She taught me food's important, family's important, and we're all connected through food. About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with a chronic illness and I wound up on disability. I actually started Louise Prete Food with one of those payday loan advances on my disability check. It's given me an insight into the folks facing challenges in their life, which is why as a company, we've embraced my grandmother's philosophy and made it our mission. Together with the Parkdale Community Food Bank, we created the 1 Million Meal Challenge to help those facing food insecurity. We look at our customers in a 360-degree way. Customers want to support local. They want a company that gives back to the community and a company that's committed to the environment. We also created circularity goals to reduce our waste, and we are working on a plant your own basil program for used jars. 97% of Canadian households buy pasta sauce. I know, crazy. The market's worth about $500 million in Canada alone. And interestingly, 30% of those customers are willing to pay more for a pasta sauce with premium ingredients. And I believe we're a standout, and there's a real opportunity to add incremental sales to the category. But at the core, customers want food that tastes good, food that's healthy, and it's easy to prepare. We appeal to the chief health officer in the home. She's the main shopper. Kids, often 2 incomes, and she wants to feel good about what she feels feeds her family. Along with our incredible ingredients, our sauces are all low sodium, low sugar, gluten-free, and non-GMO verified. I do a lot of demos. When I'm out with meeting customers, they always say your sauce tastes like homemade. It tastes like real Italian. And through our packaging and our marketing, we elevate that cooking experience. We get customers excited. And this appeals to the treasure hunter customer who wants to try something new, maybe create that dining out experience at home. Our sauces are sold at retailers across Ontario. We support with promo rotations, IT pages, and points programs. Right now, we're looking to partner with a logistics company and expand our distribution nationally and south of the border. We'd also like to put together an advisory board as we look forward at launching innovations in packaging and new products. We're a proud LGBTQ Canadian business. Thanks everyone for being here today, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's a wonderful story, and you're right. As the chief executive officer of What Goes in My Kid's Mouth, which is mostly pasta, I loved seeing the low sodium, low sugar, and the gluten-free. I thought that was amazing. We're going to be adding in Rob Horrocks, another executive in residence for this cohort, to lead the discussion. Joining him are Arlene and Michelle Pereira, Vice President of Culinary Innovation at Compass Group. Rob, what are your thoughts?
Well, I love the hands-on approach that Michael takes. And of course, you can trust a person who can properly say this. Pepperoncino, is that how you say it, Michael?
Pepperoncino.
Yeah, so you know that the food's going to be good. And obviously, the holistic approach is pretty amazing. I'm going to pass it over, Arlene. What are your thoughts or questions for Michael today?
Well, first of all, great job. That was a really, it's not easy to get up and pitch in front of everybody, but I really loved two things. I love the packaging. I'm a big fan. I'm very picky about packaging. So if I'm telling you I love the packaging, I'm telling you I love the packaging. I like what it says, that it calls out the right things, but it actually feels very premium to me. And you do have a premium proposition in a very crowded space. And we had this conversation before about how do you stand out when you're selling something that's at a high level, but the bottle, the shape of it, the premium quality, the look of it, the taste of it, it all says premium. And I think you just have to make sure you're going to market to that audience so that they understand why they should pay more for your pasta sauce than others. But there's space for it and there's room for it, and it's really, really well done. So congrats.
Thank you, Arlene.
Good, great feedback there. How about for you, Michelle? Any thoughts, questions?
Yeah, I echo everything, and thanks for having me today, but I echo everything that Arlene has said. I loved the premium packaging. I actually used it today. So I actually cooked it today with a really nice high-end boutique pasta. Right.
Making you proud.
What I really loved about it, what I really loved about it is that it doesn't need you don't need to add anything. It has the absolute right blend of acidity and natural tomato flavor that you're looking as if you were going to make a sauce from scratch. The only advice I would give is that, to Arlene's point of retailing in a premium area, like where you're going to sell this, and you really are, she's right, you're going with premium all the way. I love the look of the bottle. I loved the look of the packaging, and really just the subtleness of even the fonts on the labeling scream premium to me. So marketing that where you're going to market it in those arenas, there's a story to tell there too. I think part of it is that the story that you tell about your background and your Nona and that homemade, that fresh and everything needs to come out a little bit more in that market. I hope you do that. I did look a little bit at had a glance at your website. So, I mean, for me, it's something that I'd buy for my family, knowing that I could only open it. And being a chef, right, or being in the culinary arena, it's something that, you don't want to add anything to, and that has to come out in that messaging. Like, no need to add, simply pair, garnish and go.
And pasta.
Amazing. Excellent.
Thank you very much. It's been an interesting, the pasta sauce market is a competitive one, and I've chatted with Arlene and with Rob about it, and trying to make sure that you kind of transition, because it's a very cost sensitive category. And they've kind of given me the advice, the similar advice that you've given me, is to really go for that premium market and sell it as a premium, because it is a premium product, rather than try to straddle two different segments. So I think it's also great advice, and we're going to look to do that in the future.
And if I can jump in really quickly and say to Michelle, thanks to Chartwell for being part of our program, because you help the kitchen, in particular, the innovation that's going on with the kitchen accelerator, teams that are in there and the companies that are building. So, again, another advantage, you're getting great advice from somebody who cooks meals every day, literally, for thousands of people all across the country. So thanks, Michelle.
Yep. Great feedback, great product, and back to you, Cheryl.
All right, thanks, Rob. Thanks, everyone. Okay, well, we all know that entrepreneurs need access to capital to grow their business. So here to talk more about their support for entrepreneurs is the head of business banking for BMO Financial Group, Mike Bonner. Hi, Mike. He's coming. I know it. And there's Mike. Hi, Mike.
I was getting nervous for a second. This is blood pressure.
You got this. You got this. We're all good.
All good.
Nice to see you, Mike.
Nice to see you.
So take it
away. Yeah, we're very proud to be I'd say partner and sponsor with Venturepark Labs. Arlene, Venturepark, it makes it pretty easy to be a partner, to be honest. And when you think about what we are and who we are, the reality of the last couple of years and all the tough times that we've been through, especially entrepreneurs and businesses, we can't have a recovery in this country without entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited when we see the lab today, when we see all the entrepreneurs and all the success here. So, and the other part that we're happy to be involved with is having our business bankers and advisors get closer to the street. We've reorganized our entire team. So forget about Bay Street. Let's talk about Main Street. And so we've reorganized our entire team to be closer to entrepreneurs and make our business bankers available to the cohorts, to the alumni, to provide advice or guidance. And it's interesting. I was just following my phone. I've probably got about 15 or 16 messages, as many of our bankers across the country are involved with the products and have received them, and frankly are trying to provide feedback to our awesome entrepreneurs and their awesome products. So we're pretty excited about all of this.
I love that. Thank you so much, Mike. Now, while we still have you on stage and your camera is on, can you introduce the next presenter, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to. And so really, let me introduce the reasons why my office smells so awesome and my hair's on point today for a
your
change.
Your hair. I was going to say, Mike, I was like, if I could just stop you for a second, how good it is.
Yeah, well, thanks, Cheryl. Thanks very much. Listen, the founders of AOB Hair, Aaron O'Brien and Jay O'Brien. Awesome. Take it away.
Are we here?
Your camera. There you
are. Hello.
Yes. Tell me everything.
Hey everyone, I am Aaron O'Brien.
And I am Jay O'Brien. I'm Aaron's husband, and we are co-founders of AOB Products, a brand new Canadian-made hair care line. Now, don't you hate when you're in the shower and you grab your shampoo and there's a little bit left in there, but no matter what you do, you shake it, you squeeze it, it will not come out. But you bought the bottle, you want to get everything out of it, so you might grab scissors and cut that thing open, but that's never going to end well. Another thing, we tend to have our products all around the bathtub, and you have to bend over and pick them up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my back. Let's be honest, none of us are getting any younger. We need to start taking care of our backs. These are important things. And finally, what about all them products you have around? They look terrible around the bathtub. Why don't you get something that you can hang up right beside you, like AOB Products? You can hang it right beside you. Now, Aaron, I'm pretty sure you've had better hair days.
Oh, right? My hair is frizzy and fried and I need something to help me. But Jay, I know you have something there that's going to
changed my life. I do. I have AOB shampoo and conditioner. So why don't you take those and let's see what you can do.
All right, boys, no peeking. I'll be back in a moment.
All right, so Aaron's going to give this AOB products a go, and let's see if it really does what we say it does, which is, I don't know, something's going on here. You all right down there? Everything okay? Woo! Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, my Beyonce moment. I feel fabulous.
You look like a blonde bombshell, Aaron. Look at the hair.
Yes, I do, if I say so myself.
This is all from AOB
This is all from AOB. Do you know what I love about this? Is the packaging. You can hang this up. I'm a lazy girl. You can put this right beside you in the shower with this cute little hang hook. I like to squeeze every last drop. I don't like to waste any product. So we have a cut line on the back here that you can simply snip off and get your hand right in there and get all the product on the edges. This is also ergonomically correct. If you want to save those beautiful hands, you can just squeeze without hurting any bone in there. And then for the product itself, this is high performance. It's sulfate-free, paraben-free, silicone-free, cruelty-free. But let me tell you, it's not free because you have to buy it. The high performance ingredients in this, most shampoos and conditioners are 80% water content. AOB is only 30%. So you get lots of those good ingredients in there. We have biotin, ginseng root extract. We have hydrolyzed oat proteins, which help rebuild the hair to make your hair fabulous, especially if you have color damaged hair. So yeah, AOB, we want this to be a household brand in everyone's house in the country and all over the world.
And rumor has it that there might be a new product being added to the line this year. Is that right?
Yes, there is. I'm super excited about this because they're first to hear it. We're going to have a product called Glam and Grow. It's going to help grow your natural hair. It's going to make it feel longer, better, and more beautiful, and making it feel super soft.
And we are very excited because just a couple of months ago, we got the opportunity to be on Dragon's Den, and it was an incredible experience. We had fantastic exposure. We had so much fun with the show. We're also in chatters right now, and we're very close to sending our very first large shipment down to the States with a distribution company. And we are in line to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, on QVC very, very soon this year. So that's everything about AOB products. We open the floor to any questions. Thanks for having us today.
I want to work with you guys. You're so fun. I can't even right now. Okay, your packaging is awesome. I am not a dragon, and but I'm a hair person, and I love hair products, and I'm so excited about you too. Oh my goodness, I should stop talking. Okay, leading the discussion is Rob. Rob, what do you think of AOB? Arlene?
That's a pretty hard group to follow for sure with all that energy. Definitely, I don't think marketing is going to be a problem for you. But the passion and the quality is the two things that I've noticed between the both of you. And you know, it works. I had to let my hair down just to show it, and you know, it's a great product, and I think you have a lot of potential coming up. So I'm going to pass it over to Arlene. Your thoughts?
Okay, Jay and Aaron, I loved you on the show. I continue to love everything about you, your energy and your enthusiasm. And I think there's a great lesson for any of the entrepreneurs that are watching outside of our cohort or people who haven't gotten through our program, how important it is to have energy and enthusiasm for your own product, because it's contagious. It makes you want to listen. And I know that if you were able to stand in a store and sell it all yourself, you would be able to do it personally, but you've got to make sure people want to buy it in a very competitive space. And yes, it's not free. You're absolutely right, Jay. So how do we get it into hands is really kind of the next step of what you're doing. It sounds like you've got some good distribution, but biggest challenge, right, is making sure that
fighting the good fight.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fighting the good fight. I'm really proud of you guys. I really am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And just over to Mike. And Mike, before I let you say too much, thank you so much to BMO. Again, Cheryl said it. These businesses need finance, and they need somebody who actually understands entrepreneurs and can talk to Jay and Aaron and get excited about, and all the entrepreneurs who have pitched. So thank you for BMO's support of the program and everything that you do as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Arlene, and thanks for what you do for the Canadian economy, frankly. So listen, I don't know how you follow that. Jay and Aaron, you guys seriously have a confidence problem. So, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So my question was, as I tried it out, look, it's unique. I love the packaging. I like the versatility. and the style of it all. And as I said earlier, great aroma. So I guess, you walk into any retail space and you see, if you've ever read the book Blue Ocean Strategy, like it's crowded as reference. So when you think about how can AOB Hair reinvent the space, how do you get that attention?
So that is a great question. So I think the main thing for us is the packaging on the shelves. It's completely different from anything else really out there in the hair and beauty in that market. So I think that automatically catches people's eye when they're going past on the shelves, and it even entices them to look at it. Also from a marketing perspective, me and Jay really push the product out there and want to make sure that we become just as visible and add that storyline to this Canadian-made product. And it's kind of like the dream, like the big dream that we had when we came here. Coming from Ireland to Canada, I think people love stories, especially here in Canada. We found like coming here, everyone supports everyone. Canadians want people to succeed and do really well. So when you create something homegrown in Canada, which is our home now, I think people really support that as well. So with the packaging and our story, I think we might make it.
And just to add on to Aaron's point, he won't say this, but he has nearly 20 years in the experience, first-hand experience of listening to customers day in, day out, complain about products and problems with them. So he would come home to me and he would say over and over again, I know what to create. I know what people want. So like you said, Mike, it's about standing out now in that wave, in that ocean of people. We're hoping our package does it because we're so confident that when you put this product in your hair, you're never going to put anything else in. So our biggest mission now is to get the word out there. Like Aaron said, tell our story, and there's no turning back once you've tried AOB.
I'm going to go through a lot of wigs.
Yeah.
That's great, guys. I love the customer-centric approach to your development. I think that's really a key part of everything. Thank you all. And back to you, Cheryl.
I want this in my shower, lined up nicely. Look how skinny look how tiny that is. Instead of the big, you guys, I'm going to reach out to you after this. You're great. Congratulations.
I'm perfect for traveling as well when you get back.
Oh my gosh, they're gone. But we're going to get back to them because they're amazing. Okay, our next brand offers one-of-a-kind product that is starting to make its way onto dinner tables throughout Canada. It's my pleasure to introduce Marvin of Snappy Grains. Hi, Marvin.
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Marvin. I am the CEO and founder of Progressive Foods, the manufacturer and marketer of Snappy Grains quick cook barley. Our world is developing a serious health issues with the increased consumption of calorie-rich foods, sugary drinks. With the current health trends indicate that approximately 68% of men and 60% of women over the age of 16 in North America are either obese or overweight. This is a prelude to serious increased incidence of cardiovascular disease because of high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and it leads to a whole host of other issues. As a former seed grower and chair of the Alberta Barley Commission Research Committee, I had access to some of the latest research on food barley and genetics. Despite the new varieties of barley that have tremendous health properties, the consumption of barley did not increase because of the very long cooking time of 45 to 60 minutes. Today's consumers has a busy schedule, and they create a demand for fast foods, ready meals that could be served and prepared in less than 30 minutes. The regular old style barley just not in the cards. By using Howell's barleys, the new varieties, Progressive Foods and a team of Alberta agriculture food scientists developed quick cook barley. The product cooks between 10 and 15 minutes, is a whole grain, and has a mouthfeel of rice. Shortly thereafter, we assembled the necessary equipment to commercialize the product. After extensive testing, evaluations, and analysis with food researchers, health educators, chefs, we knew we had a unique product. Our product is science-based. It is chef-tested. Quick cooking barley and the process now has a patent and is registered in Canada, the US, and Europe. It is very high fiber, has a high beta-glucan, and is diabetes friendly. It has a health claim for reducing blood cholesterol. It has good protein levels, has resistant starch, and it is a low carb. It has a low GI value of 38, which provides high satiety and weight loss. It is a prebiotic that maintains gut flora. We have both non-GMO, kosher, and organic certifications. The average cook time is 12 minutes. Most recipes have been completed and can be produced in half an hour or less. Our Snappy Grains Quick Cook Barley is a tasty, convenient, healthy alternative to rice, pasta, or potato. We are supplying Alberta Sobeys with 400-gram packages, natural and organic. As well, we have several private label customers that market across the Prairie provinces. We also supply the 800-gram unit for food service. Our market also includes the ingredient markets, which goes into large totes for blends. Our future expansion includes colored barley varieties, and we're now testing a black barley to see how it retains its color. And we'll be diversifying our product into additional SKUs that has blends, flavored products, and also ready-to-eat products in retort pouches. We would like to access the national Canadian retail market and develop a partnership with national distribution and food services. Thank you.
Marvin, that was fantastic. Absolutely love the name of the product and such a great way to be able to cook something that's so healthy for us. So I love this. Thank you so much. Rob will lead the discussion. We'll be joined by Arlene, Mike Fata. Mike is the founder and manager of Harvest Hemp Foods, the Chief Executive Officer of Fata Associates, the Director of the Canadian Health Food Association, and an investor and advisor to a portfolio of companies that only is scratching the surface when it comes to entrepreneurship. He really does it all. Is there an echo or am I having a moment?
We're getting an echo off of Marvin.
Okay.
It can't be helped, I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay. So Rob, Snappy.
Great. Yeah. Love it, Marvin. You're bringing something that's old and making it new again, and how easy it is to use is really great. I can even use it and I burn toast. That's awesome. Pass over to Arlene. Any thoughts or questions for Marvin?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask a question to the tech guys. Can we mute Marvin so that when he's not talking, we lose the echo? That would be great. Okay, perfect. Don't want to mute you, Marvin, because I want to hear you talk. So we'll make sure you can answer the question. But a couple of things I have to say. Innovation fascinates me. It fascinates me because here's a grain that has been grown for, thousands of years. Here's something that you've been your whole life and career you've developed and worked in and thought about, and then you took it at this stage of your career and said, how do I make it something that's more consumer friendly and innovative in a way that consumers can use it and cook it quickly? That is innovation. That idea of taking what people traditionally believe to be true about barley and saying that you can make something different with it that's healthy and effective. I'm just so impressed by that, Marvin, and I really believe that you're onto something quite interesting and that will do very, very well in the marketplace because people are looking for alternative whole grains, ways to eat healthily. So love that. I wish you'd put your story on the package. If I have any advice, I found your packaging a little bit difficult to understand. I mean, this is big news. This is something different. So it kind of has to shout that it's different. And your story makes me want to try the product because I think, well, if anyone knows this grain, it's you. So I would just give you that encouragement to just think about your packaging and how you might be able to tell your story a little bit more. But absolutely bravo, because you know what? It's one of those things that you think, why hasn't somebody done this before? And as soon as you think that to yourself, you know that you're onto something. So over to you, Mike. And Mike, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Arlene. And thanks, Marvin. Yeah, you know, and it reminds me of another crop that was grown for a long time, but not too many people knew about, and we had a lot of success with it. So, yeah, I tried the product. I didn't know that other barley took so long to cook, but that makes sense. It's similar to rice. I liked it, Marvin. I think it's a good product, especially for a healthy mindset, which we're seeing more of. Similar to what Arlene was saying, I think there needs to be some adjustments to the packaging. You'd want to call out quick cooking barley so people really know. It says 10 minutes, but you know, really front and center. I think nutty like brown rice would also be something that you want to communicate so people can tie it to other foods that they're eating, and maybe with that low carb or low net carbs because of the glycemic index. I'd go right there, but I also agree on sharing your barley excellence and expertise as a story on the pack. It would go a long way, but I like the product and I'll start including it in my diet. So thanks.
Thank you.
You won't get much better advertising than Mike Fata picking up your grain. So thanks for that. Great job, Marvin. And, you know, I'd love to see you bringing back barley, a local product for everyone to enjoy. Back to you, Cheryl.
Amazing. Okay, congratulations, Marvin, and thank you, Rob. All right, well, we've explored a few different brands that will step up our evening dinner plans, but how about an extra boost to your morning routine, which I feel like we all need. I know I do. Let's get to know Buzz Nutrition and why we should be starting our day with a golden latte. Lauren and Alex, this product looks amazing. Tell me more.
Thanks so much, Cheryl. All right, so the reason we're here today is because we're constantly on the hunt for more out of our activities, more out of our diets, and more recently, but more importantly, more out of our coffees. We wanted to find a way to get all of this into this, our morning cup of coffee. And that's how we ended up with this, but we're gonna get there in just a second. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Alex.
And we're the founders of Buzz Nutrition. We've created a line of delicious dairy-free superfood coffee creamers. Our mission is to make superfoods delicious and easy for the health-conscious consumer to have as part of their daily routine. Buzz all started with a little bit or a lot of really bad joint pain. Alex and I love to move our bodies. Whether we're rock climbing, snowboarding, or surfing, we're always on to our next adventure. But unfortunately, my body started hurting and I just couldn't keep up. I was starting to experience really bad joint pain and realized I really need to dial in the nutrients I was putting into my body. Unfortunately, I absolutely hate taking pills, so I was actually uncapping the pills and pouring them into my coffee as a way to get these supplements into my daily routine. The only problem is this made my coffee taste awful, and I value my morning coffee way too much to ruin it. So I turned to Alex, our in-house nutritional guru, for a little bit of help.
With all this in mind, I hit to the kitchen and started experimenting. After a few months of trial and error and some brave friends and family that we used as guinea pigs, we arrived at our first recipe for Buzz. We used coconut milk powder as the base and combined it with MCT to create that delicious, creamy, tasty profile. We infused our first blend with turmeric to help with inflammation of the body, and the MCT actually supports brain health as well, and it allows you to reduce that dreaded midday coffee crash that just nobody wants to have. But if coffee isn't your jam, don't worry about it. You can still get Buzz. Our blends are designed to also go into your tea, oatmeal, smoothies, baking, and so much more. We're meeting at the intersection of two incredible markets, the superfoods market and the dairy-free alternative milk alternative market, which are 200 billion and 50 billion markets respectively. We're taking this on by creating a unique and innovative product that actually tastes delicious.
Our customers are loving their new superfood coffee routine. With over 500 shares on Instagram in the last 3 months alone and a customer retention rate of over 35%, people are buzzing about Buzz. We've partnered with Sobeys and we're starting conversations with other incredible retailers and distributors across Canada. We've also taken our brand into other key partnerships. We've partnered with F45 gyms across Toronto, and we're currently taking on some pretty amazing coffee chains across Canada to continue expanding our brand into unique channels.
Although we can't share too many details quite yet, we do have a second SKU coming later next month that is actually going to be using functional mushrooms and other amazing superfoods to build off the momentum that we had on our first SKU. As we scale our business, we hope to launch 2 more superfood creamers and then get into other products like functional hot chocolates and standalone functional latte blends, building our superfood empire and making us long-term players in the health and wellness game. Our growth plan is to continue to scale our e-commerce business while simultaneously growing our retail footprint across Canada. And then in year 2, we're going to hit the US by storm, taking a state-by-state approach.
We all remember the transition from cow's milk to plant-based milk. Well, we're seeing the same shift happen towards functional coffees. People are looking for functional products packed with nutrients to replace their conventional food products, and we're here to help. We would love to connect with everyone on this call, so please don't hesitate to reach out or ask us any questions. We can't wait to get you buzzing on superfoods. Cheers.
Amazing. Great job, you two. All right, now leading the discussion is Carly George. Carly is the Vice President of Client Services at Venturepark and one of the leading executives in Canada. Everything she touches, you know, she turns to gold. She's a marketing genius. And that term gets used a lot, but in this case, it really works. Joining Carly will be Arlene and one of the success stories of Venturepark Labs and founder of Chickpea Pasta, Shelby Taylor. Carly, what do you love about Buzzed?
Hi guys, nice to see you again. I love your energy. You can really tell the passion that you have behind the product, which is really great. I love how you're putting superfoods and coffee together, which are two of my favorite things, and I guess a lot of other people's favorite things. I do love the simplicity of your packaging and the fact that it is versatile, so it's not just coffee specific, and that you're talking to a variety of people that can't possibly have dairy, which it also is me as well. I did also love the brand extensions that you did. So like this milk frother, I know that it makes it more creamier and better as it is on the back of your packaging, but I love that brand extension to just get your name out in other places that you have, with consumers. I'm going to send it over to Arlene and see if she has any questions or comments for you, but very well done.
Thanks, Carly.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's so nice to see you both again. As always, I've been watching your journey for a while now, and it's really rewarding to see you coming into the Accelerator and pushing yourselves to do all the things that you had to do, both personally and professionally to get to this place. So lots of respect for all the sacrifices you've made to get where you are. And I think this is, and I said this from the beginning, this is a product whose time has come, and you are really in a place that you're going to be able to, generate a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, get people buzzed about it. I'm sure there's all sorts of bad things I could say here, bad jokes I could make. But I do, like Carly said, I love the frother, that this is another way to get people to experience it in a way that, makes sure that the experience is great. And I thought that was a really smart idea. And your other products that you're coming out with, I love that you have a roadmap to innovation. And nobody knows that better than Shelby. Shelby was in the Accelerator years ago and has just turned into a powerhouse in Canada, building a really amazing brand. And she knows all about extensions and how to build brand and everything else. So I'm really excited. Shelby, thanks for joining us. I'm loving to hear what you have to say, and congrats on your success as well, Shelby.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you guys too. I think you guys have an awesome brand. I love the look of it. I love the packaging. I had it in my latte this morning, and it was delicious. And one of my big questions coming into today was, what's next? And I couldn't tell from your website or Instagram if you were in stores or if you were focusing online. So I'm excited to hear that you're going in stores. I love the partnership with the F45 gyms. I think a partnership like that can go a really long way. And I'm really excited to hear about the line extensions, because I think when you go on shelf, you really want to have ideally at least 3 items, 3 shelf facings, so that you can really stand out on shelf. So that was one of my big questions. And I love the mushroom angle too, because mushrooms are really hot. And maybe having an option outside of turmeric, because I love turmeric. But when my husband had it in his coffee this morning, his first question was, is this going to stain my teeth? and I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. But, he's someone to think of that. So I think he would be really excited about a product that, wasn't such a strong color. So I think there's some really nice ideas there. But overall, I think you've built a really great brand. Like, I love your Instagram and I love your energy as a couple and how you do things as a couple as well. So congratulations. You've done a really nice job.
Thanks, Shelby. Thanks, Arlene, so much. It means a lot to us to get your feedback, and glad you like the product, Shelby. We are stocked full of chickpea, so it means a lot to us coming from you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Arlene. Shelby, back to you, Cheryl.
Thank you. Okay, now we're getting more superfoods thanks to Buzz. Let's see what healthy alternatives we can incorporate into our happy hour. Simply Cocktails. Here to tell us about it, welcome Logan Dirksen.
Sweet. Can
Hi,
everyone hear me?
Logan. Tell
How's
us
it
all
going?
about it.
Okay, perfect. So, hey everyone, my name is Logan Dirksen. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and my company is Simply Cocktails. So, Simply Cocktails makes 7 incredibly unique cocktail and margarita mixes, so anybody can make a lounge quality cocktail at home. So, I came up with the idea for Simply Cocktails during my time bartending in university. I noticed that whenever I wanted to make a cocktail or a nice drink at home, I found myself typically purchasing 5 to 6 different ingredients, many of which would sit in the pantry for years after or quickly go bad in the fridge. I figured there had to be a better way, so I went to work and found out how to pack a ton of unique, delicious ingredients into one easy-to-use solution. Our 7 flavors are pineapple and lime with habanero, raspberry and coconut with jalapeno, strawberry basil, blueberry and lemon with lavender, grapefruit and honey with rosemary, watermelon, lime, and mint, and finally our cherry peach lime flavor. The great thing about the mixes is they're incredibly easy to use and no other ingredients are required. Additionally, they pair well with almost any kind of spirit or alcohol, such as gin, tequila, vodka, bourbon, rye, or whiskey. It really doesn't matter. On top of that, if you don't drink, you can simply mix them with ice or add them to soda to create a unique mocktail. Our products are made from real fruit and natural flavors, just like you'd expect out of any cocktail bar. They also have about 50% less sugar than traditional mixes you're going to find on shelves. The non-alcoholic and mixer market is projected to be the fastest growing grocery category globally for the next 5 years. This puts Simply Cocktails in an incredibly unique position, as we are one of, if not the only manufacturer of premium fruit-based mixes in Canada. So currently the brand is sold through over 350 locations across Canada, and this includes Sobey Safeway liquor stores in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Back in November 2021, we also got listed through the Sobey Safeway local program for the grocery stores in Alberta and are already in the vast majority of stores in Calgary and Edmonton. In the West, we're distributed through Curve Distribution and their distribution partners, and we're currently signing a contract with a distributor out in Eastern Canada, giving us the opportunity for national distribution. Our customers are primarily women seeking a lower sugar option that's easy to use for cocktailing at home. We bring a unique, delicious, and creative product to an area on the grocery shelves that have been overlooked for decades. People who purchase premium alcohol want a premium mixer. We're excited to be here, and we're looking forward to talking to anybody who's interested in Simply Cocktails after this presentation.
Logan, I love it. I'm all for your grapefruit. I'm here.
Oh yeah, cool.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm all in. All right, let's welcome back Carly and Arlene, and joining them will be Jason Bernstein, the Chief Financial Officer and Partner at District Ventures Capital. Jason, it says here in your bio that your favorite pastimes are completing Excel spreadsheets and renewing financial forecasts. We need to talk, Jason. If this is the serious net, like what's going on? Jason, where are you? You have to turn your camera on.
I can't. I don't. How
Is
do you
that
do
your
that?
favorite pastime, Jason, or is someone is that are they?
If it was in,
messing with
no, but if the camera, Cheryl was in the spreadsheet, he'd know how to click it. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom of your screen, Jason. There's a little camera. You click that, and there. We like teasing. That is his favorite thing, Jason.
There
Tell
it
the
is.
truth. It is.
your favorite thing, Jason?
I take a lot of abuse at District from pretty much everyone, especially Arlene.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then I love that for you. I love the spreadsheets, and this is great. All right, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Arlene. Look at Logan. That's a great product. Anything that supports drinking and making it a little healthier and easier, I'm a big fan of. I also really like the flavors. I like that you're bringing the ability to drink interesting drinks easily at home and actually doing it in a way that also caters to folks who don't want alcohol. So mixing with tonic, as you said, and mixing with soda, and still being able to enjoy either on your own or amongst other drinkers, I think is a great offering. Transparency of your ingredients, showing people what they're drinking is also something we see a lot at the fund with respect to how people are trying to communicate and connect with consumers. And the glass bottle is a great way, to sort of support that and support that, what you're doing there. 350 locations, that's a great way to get going. And the fact that you know who your consumers are, keep a close eye on how they're using the product. what flavors are working, what flavors aren't working. Keep looking at the mix of products you have in market. Get rid of the ones that aren't working. Come up with new ones. Keep it real on shelf, and get the good word out. I think that's great. Don't rely too heavily on getting new distributors or brokers once you finally get that route. Something else we do see at the fund a lot, companies who rely too heavily on those partners. They're great. You need to use them, but you got to work with them and find a way to get to market together.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, I get that.
I'll just jump in. I love that you're low sugar. It's clearly what consumers are looking for. My favorite is the pineapple lime habanero. It's amazing. I love that you're taking just regular consumers and making them master mixologists, whether they want to do mocktails or cocktails, which is great. Keep it up with the flavor profiles, understand what the consumers are looking for, and yeah, great work. Over to you, Arlene.
Thank you.
Yeah, Logan, it's a great product. I love the packaging. Again, it says what it is. I like that you're not complicating it. Like sometimes people can complicate their packaging too much. It's evident what you're offering here, and there's such a big opportunity as you identified. So I don't have anything to add to what you've already heard. I will say to everybody listening again, Jason, as much as I was teasing Jason, I just have to take a quick sidebar here. He does lead a team that has invested $100 million into this space, into the food, beverage, and health and consumer goods space. So knows what he's talking about. So I'd listen hard to the advice he just gave you, Logan. There's a lot of nuggets in there. So good luck with it, and continue to get distribution and growth. And go. I'm gonna try some tonight, and I'll let you guess whether I'm gonna put alcohol in or not.
Sweet. Thank you.
Back to you, Cheryl.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are in the home stretch, but before we get to our final two presenters, let's get an update from a graduate of the previous cohort. Many of you might remember Sarah Davies, co-founder of More Granola, who presented last demo day and impressed our panelists with her snackable yet healthy granola chunks. Let's hear what she's been up to since then.
Hi, Venturepark community. My name is Sarah, and I'm the founder of More Granola. We're a newly launched brand changing the granola game with our snackable granola chunks, available in 4 drool-worthy dessert-inspired flavors. I was part of Venturepark Labs Cohort 11 and was here pitching More Granola just 6 months ago. Since then, we've hit some hugely exciting milestones. I got out of the kitchen and partnered with a manufacturing facility that was able to help us service some pent-up demand. We were able to increase our sales by over 300% immediately. We launched in Sobeys stores across Ontario and just hit the hugely exciting milestone of being available in 100 retail locations across the country. I cannot wait to hear Cohort 12's pitches today, but more importantly, I can't wait to hear what they all do next. I'm sure they're going to come out of this program hitting the ground running and pushing their potential. Good luck, everybody.
All right, so we've been adding some great new brands to our shopping list, and my dogs all of a sudden have shown up for this next one. We didn't want to leave out the pet lovers in the audience, so here to make life a little better for our pets and their owners, please welcome Jason Khanna, founder of NutriCanine. My dogs were just like, I need to be here for this one, and suddenly they showed up.
Hi, Cheryl. My name is Jason. I'm the founder of NutriCanine. From an early age, I've always loved animals. After university, I had the amazing opportunity to work on projects with some of the biggest pet nutrition brands in the world. I learned that our pets aren't living as long as they can. We are cutting their lives short, but not feeding them fresh food. Dogs on fresh food, like NutriCanine, live on average 32 months longer than being on a kibble diet. They have fewer health and dental problems, and they have stable energy. We have clients that cannot stop raving about how much the dogs' lives have changed on NutriCanine. NutriCanine makes real, fresh food for your dog. that comes in vacuum sealed meal packs, perfectly portioned for a day's serving. We're the only brand in Canada that makes food from human edible ingredients in a human edible kitchen. Also the only brand to have a stamp from the provincial government that certifies this. You can see this is all in our meal packs. We know the environmental impacts of having a direct-to-consumer brand. That's why we're also the only brand in Toronto where customers can leave the cardboard boxes outside the door or incorporated back into our logistics. The majority of our Toronto customers participate in this program, making us the most sustainable fresh pet food brand in the city. The fresh pet food market has grown 26% last year, and NutriCanine is growing at a rate of 400% year to date. We have hundreds of active customers driven by referrals. We deliver to Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, and Calgary, with plans to reach all Canadians soon. We're so excited to announce that we'll also be introducing a shelf-stable option across Canada. Let's show you how easy it is to serve this meal pack. Dinner served. Thanks.
I love that, Jason. My dogs are ready. Absolutely ready. Okay. Leading our discussion is Kellyanne Chinamentho. Kellyanne leads the Accelerator program. So job well done, Kellyanne. Joining him will be Arlene and Craig Hanna, a Venturepark Labs board member and an industry expert. Okay, Kellyanne, what do you think of NutriCanine?
Well, thanks, Cheryl. First of all, Cheryl, thanks for being such an incredible host and amazing presentation so far, amazing panel discussions, and I love the way we are celebrating entrepreneurship. And back to Jason. Jason is such an incredible entrepreneur. Like in the middle of all the COVID craziness that's been happening, he sort of identified the need to have great fresh food delivered not only for us, but for our loved pets, right? And very smart way to sort of leverage the DDC and e-commerce, to expand the possibilities of how we can show our love towards dogs. Great job, Jason. Now, Arlene, I would like to know what your thoughts are.
First of all, Jason, you know what? Great pitch. You did such a good job. And I don't have any of the products here, obviously for all the right reasons, but I loved how you demonstrated how easy it is to just kind of get it out of the package and put it into a bowl or whatever, however you're going to serve it to your pet. Great space. There's so much opportunity in the pet space, and you've identified a specific area of it. And I think you've got an amazing road ahead of you. How are you thinking about getting to scale? Are you marketing it just out to direct, or is it going to go into retailers?
Yeah, so right now we're 100% direct to consumer. We've been growing pretty rapidly with different partnerships across the province of Ontario. We're really looking at expanding that growth and then eventually going into retail. That's not something that we're doing right now, but that is a future plan, definitely, in the works.
Great.
Thanks, Arlene. Craig, I know you have dogs, so what are they saying? What do you think?
Kellyanne, I do, and we raw fed our dog when we first got her, but then with young kids who were crawling around on the ground playing in the dog's bowl, we ended up going back to kibble, and so I love that you have an alternative of cooked as well as raw. So I think you're really hitting on a lot of sort of interesting attributes from a product standpoint of being super healthy for the dogs and really, really convenient in terms of how you're distributing. Something you mentioned about being the most sustainable product or the most sustainable dog food really interested me. And that, having spent some time on your website, seeing the recyclability and the sort of circularity of packaging is really interesting. Is that something you think you can scale as you roll out into other markets?
Yeah, so we've actually worked with a delivery company that is capable of returning the packages. So as we grew, we had difficulty finding partners that could do that, but we've gone back to the place where we now have a partner that's able to do that. They're just next door to us, which is super convenient. We noticed about 90% of consumers in Toronto return back to boxes, and that should be used about 5 times before we have to actually dispose of the box. Sometimes we get the box pretty beaten up, but people just really love the idea and really want to participate in it.
Oh, that's great. I'm sure it's not easy to pull off, but it sounds like a great investment on your part.
Yeah, well, like that was like one of the first pivotal decisions we made was how can we be sustainable and environmentally friendly, and that's why we started that program. We stopped it during COVID, but we started up again. People just love it. We noticed our retention has skyrocketed whenever we do have the program, and when we brought it back again, like our lifetime customer values have just increased so much. So well,
congratulations.
Jason, years ago on Dragon's Den, I'll tell you a quick story. Years ago, I was on Dragon's Den. Somebody had a dog food product that they wanted us to buy into, and they served it us to eat, but they didn't tell us it was dog food.
No.
And and so I'm really glad you didn't send it to me, tell me to eat it first. Although what I will say is I think you probably could have, because your product is that good, and the quality of the food is that good. So you shouldn't serve something to your dog that you aren't prepared to eat yourself. So I love that.
Very well said. Agreed.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Arlene and Craig, and wonderful job, Jason. Back to you, Cheryl.
Thank you. I don't know why Murphy thinks it's dinner time. Like, I don't know how she sensed that, but good job, Jason. That was fantastic. Okay. So the question is, have we saved the best for last? We're going to let you decide. But today's event has been a real success. So congratulations to all the entrepreneurs and graduates of the Accelerator program. Also, thank you to Sobeys and BMO, Air Canada, Chartwells, and Torys for supporting this event, and to all of the partners for helping us push potential of Canadian entrepreneurs. Now, please welcome our final presenter, a founder who was already making waves in the industry with his innovative product. You may recognize him from his memorable pitch on last season of the Dragon's Den. It is my pleasure to introduce Terry MacAllister of MacAllister Brands. Hey, Terry.
Hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Cohort 12 Demo Days. My name is Terry MacAllister from Hesper, Ontario. I'm very proud to be here today showcasing our amazing line of products under our family name and our banner MacAllisters. I spent most of my working career basically in the industrial sector. And because of COVID, we were forced to switch gears. And by doing so, it's not a bad thing, because we did so in chasing a lifelong dream. And that lifelong dream is owning our own brand and line of products. As a distributor in our past, we spent all our efforts selling somebody else's products, so the rewards weren't there. By doing this transition, we've created a line of products, our own brand, and we get to feel the reward of building and providing a product that is making a lot of people very happy and appreciative of MacAllisters. The remarks are amazing. In my past, we dealt a lot with industrial plant automation and machinery. We had a large group of service technicians that constantly had to deal with cleaners and degreasers. We steady had guys complaining of sore throats, upset stomachs, rashes, the list goes on and on. Basically, all from reactions from the cleaners they were using daily. With this, I saw a chance to create something. I saw a chance to make a difference. And basically, that's where MacAllister's was created. I engaged a group of chemists, gave them some simple criteria to work towards, and after 80 plus, that's 80 plus generations of a product, basically, we hit the home run. The whole team hit the home run. Oh. And what sets us apart in the market more than anything else is our products are strong enough to outperform most anything on the market. Next, it has next to no scent, which is very important today. And our product's safe enough that I'm willing to do this with, and I'll do it again. I dare any of our competitors to do that. We're making a very bold statement with our family name, saying that we're biodegradable, environmentally friendly. I'm willing to prove it. Since the initial launch, we created and released MacAllister's Pet Stain Odor Eliminator HD, MacAllister's Growing Towel HD. Both of these products were made on the same premise. The premise of being safe, first and foremost. There's nothing like it on the market, guys. So the annual Canadian sales of cleaner and degreaser is approximately $4 billion, and the market is set to see a continued 4 to 6% growth per year for the foreseeable future. With us being truly safe product, which you just saw, and us, I feel we're included in about 5% of the products in that category. This 5% will absorb the bulk of that growth. We are currently offered nationally across the country in approximately 1,500 retail locations. We're ready for the next stage of our growth strategy. We've recently, debuted on CBC Dragon's Den with great success, thanks to Arlene and the team. And we're here today. We're just signed a deal with a national and basically a North American distributor that's very large. And we're here to fulfill orders, guys. Like I said, we have products selling through every month. We have 1,500 locations, and we're looking for new opportunities. So we're here to support you, and hopefully we can share some of the great feedback that we're receiving from customers for you and your customers. Any questions or comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Terry, I love your passion and how you're taking care of people. And what did you drink? I'm concerned.
The harshest one we make. That's the industrial grade cleaner degreaser. That goes head to head with some of the harshest chemicals out there, but we're safe. Like, it doesn't taste great. I don't advise you to drink it, but it will not hurt you.
Okay, we're gonna dive into that a little bit more later. Okay, but you're good, so that's good.
Yeah.
Kellyanne will be joined by Arlene and two representatives from Acosta, Brian Refuse and Wendy Pocervera. As a new partner of the Accelerator, Acosta met with each brand individually to provide their insight and guidance. Kellyanne, what's the potential for MacAllister brands?
Oh yeah, thanks, Cheryl and Terry. We've spoken so many times, and you're a person, passion and grit and perseverance personified, and so lucky to be working with you. One of the most inspiring things about Tory is the why behind his story, and I think is as he talked about his category, it continues to offer some great opportunities, and we really can't wait to see where he goes from here. And hey, if you are thirsty doing some cleaning, just take a sip or two, or maybe a bottle full of products. But jokes aside, more to the point, I'd like to understand what the panelists think about the brand. And Arlene, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, Terry, I thought I told you not to drink it again. I was pretty sure. I said, don't drink it again, Terry. You don't listen to me. But I, kidding aside, and Kellyanne said it, and I just want to reiterate it, and it's true it's evident with all of this cohort, and it's evident with every entrepreneur that I had the privilege to work with, is that perseverance and tenacity and stick-to-itiveness and courage, these are words that, you hear, but you actually exemplify, Terry. You've been through so much, and yet here you are. You're doing what you can to continue to build this business. It's a great idea. It's a fantastic product. I've tried it myself. I did it on a really oily surface on Dragon's Den. And I didn't believe for a second that what you gave me was going to clean it, especially after you had drank it. So it's really a great product. It's good for our environment. It's hit so many of the right buttons. And I just want to again, congratulate everybody, but say again to you that I am a big fan of tenacity and persistence, and especially when you hit so many roadblocks in life as you have, and you just overcome them all. So congrats on everything. I can't wait to continue to help you with this, and I'm excited for you and for the future of MacAllister's. So and just quickly want to say thank you to Acosta, who's a new partner with us, and thank you, Brian and Wendy, for your support. You guys are everything to these brands, and we really appreciate the support and help you give. So I'll turn it over to Brian and Wendy for their comments.
Thanks, Arlene. Appreciate that. We're so happy to be a part of this day and of the whole Accelerator. Terry, I was wondering if you were going to take a swig again, so it's still shocking. But boy,
don't do it.
I know, don't do it. But does that ever tell a story? And so I think your all-purpose cleaner, your triple play is it's the efficacy. I can't wait until for the snow to go away so I can start trying it outside. But how would you say you differentiate yourself among a pretty busy and competitive space?
Well, the big thing, Brian, is when we started this, we started basically chasing down the industrial sector from my background, and we were selling a lot to large industrial plants and what have you. But those customers were the ones that evolved us, basically. You know, being that it's safe and usable anywhere, basically it led it into houses. It led it into houses that basically did jobs that nobody could get done, and it led to new products. So, you know, we still have the industrial sector that we support and we look after, but the household products is what's excited us a lot, and we developed the new products. These 2 SKUs, there's a few more in the works that are going to get us on shelves and in people's houses. So it's hard to say it's made for industrial because it's not. It's basically so broad, so safe, and it performs so well. The options are open.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks,
Hi, Terry.
Brian.
How are you?
Wendy.
Nice to see you. Nice to see everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. Terry, I'm extremely taken back by the fact that you're able to drink it, and that speaks volumes about the quality and the ingredients that you have. And with that said, where do you see your product living on shelf? Is it more of a natural play or a conventional play?
I would love to see it on a natural play, but to be honest with you, in most retail environments, it's very, very rare that you would see a cleaning product anywhere natural. So that's why I keep saying to everybody, and that's part of our pitch, is that we're very unique. We have a product that could be on the natural side, and it would be great because we'd be there alone.
Yeah.
But unless you're going to stand there and take a drink of it, nobody's going to believe it, right? What we're doing. So, yeah,
Right.
so it's very tough. I see us on the cleaning aisle, and you know, we got to get the message out there. It'd be great to see us in the environmentally friendly side, because that's what we are and that's what we want to be. But like I said, as the future evolves, we're going to find out more.
Excellent. And I have another quick question, if that's all right. Terry, what are your thoughts around line extensions? Because when I see your product, and I've tried your product and it is spectacular, do you see an opportunity for either whether it's a scent play, or whether you mentioned earlier that you were happy that there's not much of a scent. So I'm curious if you are looking into any scents going down the road, or even within having the product built within like a biodegradable wipe or something. What are your thoughts on line extensions?
Wipes we have been experimenting with, and we do have some that are in prototype. As far as the scent goes, the whole mission that I set out on was to have no scent, the very little scent, because you know, even as kids go to school today, or you know, a lot of work environments, they want it to be scent free. So our mission is to be safe, scent free, so we're not narrowing our target audience, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you so much, Terry, Brian, and Wendy. Thanks to all the panelists, and thanks everyone for being here. And back to you, Cheryl.
Thank you so much, Kellyanne. It was a pleasure. And thanks to all the panelists, to all the entrepreneurs for your hard work. We know how hard you've worked, and it took a lot of guts to get up there today, and your dedication, and to all the sponsors for making all of this possible, because without you, it just doesn't happen. So let's come together and push the potential of Canadian entrepreneurs. So on behalf of Venturepark Labs, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Hope you were inspired, and have a really good evening. Bye, everyone.